I think you should do the intro this time.
Oh, I'm so bad at it though. I'm so bad at it. Just thinking about it makes me want to go pee or something. Oh my god.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode six? I think six of Dane and Rob Collect Vegas. I believe it is six. I
Probably,
could be
yeah.
wrong. If I'm wrong, someone can comment in the comments below and tell us that we're wrong, or if we were right, whatever. But welcome, guys. This is an awesome episode where we are. Who are we, dude? Who are we? This is like our second episode back to back. So I don't
Yeah,
know what's going on.
we're
Something's
busy.
something's crazy. But no, we're back. We're doing another episode. It's pretty interesting what we're going to talk about. We got a couple things we're going to talk about. It's a cool story that Dane brought up to me. So we'll talk about that. Where we got some, just opinions and a little discussion about the Mirage, RIP Mirage, and the new Hard Rock guitar and whatnot. Do you want to just start with that first, Dane, or do you want to go straight
Yeah,
to
we can
the
we can
story?
we can chat about that first
Sweet,
because
sweet.
yeah.
Please do.
Um
And before we do, we also are going to talk about other things. The Bring Dane to on the Corner Mainstream campaign will continue. We won't get to it right now because it's too early in the podcast. But definitely, we are letting you guys know that it will come up, and we need y'all's help for sure. So let's go to the Mirage. First of all, how's the sentiment of the Mirage?
oh, well, for me personally, I don't like it. I think that just being the people that I guess that we are too, I don't mean to speak for you, but
No, no, you
it's
can,
that
you can, you
history.
can.
It's that history. Even though it's only been around for exactly as long as I've been around. We share the same birthday.
Jesus, bro. Now you just made me feel super old. Thank you.
So yeah, November 22nd, 1990. The Mirage. Um, it just it had everything that you wanted in a hotel and a casino, and it sparked a lot of imagination for the other casinos that came after that. Um, just little historical facts like the Mirage Inn that was once the Glass Pool Inn. Steve Wynn actually bought that name off of them, so they had to change it to the Glass Pool Inn. Just little things like that. Um, when you watch Vegas Vacation, the first thing you think
Yes.
of is them walking to the Mirage,
Yes.
and you see all the animals and stuff like that. It just had the perfect warm '90s feel to it, and
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I'm it was a 10 out of 10 casino and hotel for me. I loved it.
It was one of my favorite ones, dude. Obviously I'm probably gonna say 1A because I'm pretty sure I have a whole bunch of number ones. Was the Beatles Love Show.
Oh yeah.
Every single time I would go to Vegas, no matter how many times I seen it, it was a kind of like a religious thing that I had to do.
That's
I
awesome.
would go watch the show every single time. Nothing really changes on the show, but to me, it didn't matter how many times I went. It's
Yeah.
just something that kind of connected with my father. My father is a big Beatles fan. Growing up, he would we would watch a lot of Beatles stuff, and so for me, that's a way to connect with my father. So obviously, being a big time Beatles fan, having an amazing show by the
Hmm.
Circus Soleil, that was a big reason for me to go.
Yeah.
And I would have wished that they would moved it somewhere else, another property, because
Hmm.
it's so iconic. And I think it hit like right before they closed it. I think it had just had hit like 10 or 15 years. I don't remember how long it
That's
was.
crazy, eh? Wow.
So yeah, a long time, but
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
it's sad for it not to be around at all. Like I said, there's other shows I think that could be replaced, but this one definitely is not one. And unfortunately, it's gone for good, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. So that's one thing that I don't like. The other thing that really kept me with the Mirage is that there was this little slot machine. It was a mechanical slot machine that
Yeah.
was really close to the deli. There was a little deli in front of the sports book,
Mhm.
like close to the sports book. And this deli, I think I said the story before. There's this slot machine was right there by the deli, and it was a mechanical slot machine that you could bet 5 cents per spin, right?
Mhm.
And with $20, I would spend 3, 4 hours there, and
So it
just
was
have
made for you perfectly.
yeah, and I had a good time. I didn't make a lot of money. I didn't lose a lot of money, but I mean, free drinks because the other cool thing about that area is that the waiter station was right next to that area. So they would have to come in and out
Mhm.
to get drinks or deliver drinks. So I always had the direct connection, you know what I mean?
You were just right in the path of
Oh yeah,
destruction. I
yeah.
love
And
it.
I would give them a dollar or two or a chip or two, whatever. And so they would
Yeah.
always come back. And because again, it was by the path, they had to, I was probably one of the first ones to get a drink. You know, as most people know that are old as me, not as Dane, Mr. 1990. Back in the day when I was a little kid, I went to Vegas with my parents and there were waitresses galore. So free drinks were like being brought so constantly.
Do you ever
And
remember seeing Bugsy Siegel walk by?
I don't know, man. I mean, I am 300 years old, so I was actually older than him, believe it or not. Wow. Shade. I like the
Sorry.
shade. I like the shade. I
Sorry.
like it. No, it's okay. Hey, the banter is good because now that you did that, I will
Oh,
throw a
you can
couple
throw
out
one
there.
down.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, of
I'm
course.
ready.
No, but it was so different, dude. Back in the day, you really did get drinks all the time. And
Yeah.
now, as most people know, that is dime a dozen. There's hard to find a place where you can still get free drinks at a constant, like maybe every
Yeah.
5, 10 minutes. Now it's like you get a drink and it takes like 30 minutes to get the drink to begin
You
with,
feel like they
so
forgot about you for
yeah.
sure.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because if someone else gives you more money or gives them a bigger tip, why would they go to the $1 guy, you
yeah,
know?
exactly.
But that's the
Um,
other reason. That's the other reason why I like it. It's
yeah.
obviously a very personal reason. But other than what you mentioned, being one of the first mega resorts in Vegas, the vision that Mr. Wynn had was so big, and um, it
Well,
had a special place in my heart, your heart, and a lot of people's heart.
yeah. And like think about just like the volcano itself and what how captivating it was to lure people in. And like the outside of that, the front of the Mirage, just the palm trees and the fountains and like you couldn't even like see the entrance of the place when you're
Nope.
walking by on the strip. Like you're just seeing this like fantasy land,
Yeah.
almost like a mirage, right? And
Yeah.
it's I personally think, and I guess this can go into the Hard Rock and what we feel about that, but I personally think that it will be a very, very long time until we see something that can even scratch the surface that the Mirage was.
Yeah.
Because just what it had to offer, the visuals, the attractions, because right now a lot of the places like, no offense, but Fontainebleau and Resorts World and stuff, like where's the attraction? What's the thing that's attached to it that gives it that soul and that life? It's like if I wanted to go to a place that's just a hotel and a casino, then I would just stay here in Niagara Falls. I want something that has a little bit of,
Yeah.
something that just has a little bit of well, even the falls has the falls, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
like, we
has its
have
little
something that's,
theme or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like you go to Circus, and yeah, sure, everyone hates it, but at least you're getting the history. You're getting that old school Vegas feel. You're getting, it's family oriented. There's things that can draw people in there. And Mirage had it. The Dolphin Show. It had Siegfried and Roy. It had, name something. It had it, right. Not to mention it was backed by one of the best visionaries of Vegas of all time.
Yeah.
Um, and then I guess to go into the Hard Rock. For me, I get it. I understand. I know the politics behind it, but personally, for me, in a very short form, um, the guitar is in the way of Treasure Island, and I don't like it. I feel like if
Yeah.
those people are gonna have rooms at the Treasure Island and they look out their window, instead of seeing down the strip, they're gonna see this big blue guitar, and that's just gonna, I don't know, that's gonna
A
hurt
whole
them a
bunch
little
of
bit.
rich people. They're just gonna see a whole bunch of rich people
Just sipping their
in
champagne and
$1,000 a day suites or something like that. Because
yeah, it's
to
gonna
my
be
knowledge, those are
wild.
all suites. That's all it is, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're also keeping the old Mirage structure behind it, and they're just probably just gonna put hard rock on the top, and but the neon sign won't be unique.
No.
It won't be pretty to look at. It's just like it's gonna be blue and blue and blue and red, and I just when you see like the Resorts World and the Fontaine Blue, and when you see Hard Rock signs, like you don't get that Stardust, you don't get that Riviera. Like when I see the Riviera sign, I get like goosebumps. Or when you see
Yeah.
the Flamingo F and it's all in cursive, like you get that feeling. You're like, wow, like that is its own brand, and it feels so unique and so pretty. And
Well, that's what brought Vegas, right? The neon colors and the
well,
bright and
just the
the
fact that everything was just
extravagance.
so different.
Yeah.
It's just like I've never seen that kind of cursive before. I've never seen that font before. Give me this cool, like, I don't know, I got something here, just I'll grab it, like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, did you ever see that font before this?
No.
You know what I mean? Like that's to me, it's just I don't know.
No,
It kind
I
of
get
takes
it.
away
I
from
get
the
it.
fun.
And making a funny joke, it's the guitar, the shape of the guitar has some pros and cons.
Hmm.
Obviously, the Treasure Island people will not be able to see the strip anymore, only on one side, which the other side is not very well, let's
Well, you're
just say
looking north, yeah.
you're looking north at a empty lot, and then two casino hotels that are not doing too well, which is the Fountain
Yeah.
Blue and Resorts World.
Hmm.
Um, and then on the other side, you see a big guitar, right? But the cool thing about this huge ass guitar covering it is that you won't be able to see the Trump Towers.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's something good, right? That's a
There you
good thing.
go.
That's a
Yeah.
good thing. Not making it political, guys, just a joke. But yeah, I mean, it's got its pros and cons. I actually, when was it? I went on a cruise to Miami, and I got to go to the Hard Rock that's in Hollywood, and so I got to see the guitar already
Oh yeah,
rebuilt
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. It's massive. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's amazing. It's so
Well,
cool
it's
to
it's
see it.
cool because like you get like the guitar strings that shoot up with the light, and you're staying inside of a guitar. And I'm a big music fan. I love music. I love playing guitar. I
Mhm.
love everything that the music history has, because they have the memorabilia in there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just they have an opportunity to do this right
Mm-hmm.
and to not put shame on taking the Mirage from us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really hope that they can use a little bit of that Mirage history, let it linger a little bit. Um, Make it really cool for us to go and see all the memorabilia.
Yeah.
Don't make it just four walls and a slot machine inside of it. Like make it
Yeah.
cool for us.
Well, I hope that they do something like what they did at Resorts World, where you come into one of the entrances and there's a big Stardust sign and talking
Hmm.
about the Stardust and why they have
Yeah.
it there and whatnot. I hope they pay homage to the Mirage, something like that, something in a bigger scale than what they did at
Hmm.
Resorts World. But they got to do
Well,
something.
I think that just like Resorts World, at Resorts World, there's a few trees and a few palm trees that were actually there when the Stardust was there. They got
Okay.
replanted somewhere and they got shipped back. I
Okay.
think right now there's a lot on the outskirts of Vegas where all the palm trees from Mirage are
Yeah.
there, getting ready
Okay.
to be shipped back. So, but the thing is, though, is that a palm tree's a palm tree. It doesn't really, the history behind it's cool, but um, I'm looking for more than just photo ops, though. Like when I go to the Resorts World, I just feel like everything's a photo op. You stand in front of it, you take a picture, and then you take off. Like that big orb thing that
Yeah.
looks like the sphere, and the Stardust thing's nice and stuff. But like I'm talking about like I don't know. Maybe this is just me thinking, but like just like actual things from the Mirage can
Oh yeah,
still
yeah,
be like lingering
yeah,
around and
yeah.
and
Kind of like Minions that they have the sign of the mint still showing
yeah.
a piece of it. Yeah, no, I get you. I
But
get
I
you.
feel like that was a mistake though. I felt like they like that mint sign that's inside Binions and all that stuff. I feel like that's just like a shortcut that they took, that they
Mm.
didn't care to like take it down fully. Like it's not there on purpose, right? Like they didn't like realistically they took down what 99% of the sign. They just
Yeah.
forgot about the last bit. I
Maybe
just think they were cutting
it's
corners
like
by extending it out.
yeah. No, I get you. It's kind of
But
like
I like that though. That's cool that they just said, screw it, leave it. We'll just build around it. And
well,
then
through the
now,
years they could have actually taken it down if you think about it.
but instead they put up those plaques that we saw that show you the history on what this
Yeah.
sign means and
It's
stuff.
a
And I think that
physical
that's
thing. It's a physical thing. It's not just
yeah.
a because the sign that they have at Resorts World, it wasn't part of Stardust. It's
No,
just
it's
a
just
remake.
yeah, it's just
It's a
paying
remake.
respects to
So
it.
there's
Yeah.
nothing tangible to it, and maybe
Hmm.
we're the Karens of this, but I
We
agree
keep
with you.
calling ourselves Karens.
I mean, I don't have the hair for to be a Karen, but I mean, I can pretend like I am, it's okay.
I don't even have hair, so
Oh, same here, buddy. Why do you think I'm wearing a hat? Come on.
yeah, but I'm 1990. I should have a little bit of hair.
Well, I guess I got you beat there, buddy. I still have a little bit of hair.
You're funny. But you're right. When it comes to the fact that, like, me and you actually were able to touch the mint sign,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
touched it. And, you feel like, you're a part of history for a minute and reading the plaques that were there and going on the scavenger hunt to find it
uh-huh,
was one of the most fun I've ever had in my life, let alone on my trip.
yeah.
You couldn't get the smile off my face running through the casino looking for this sign, right?
Oh yeah,
So I think that, stuff like that will help, especially with the Mirage being such a big part of Vegas,
yeah,
that it's got to be pretty easy to keep some stuff here and there. I know that obviously, like Resorts World, none of the Stardust is still there. It was totally blown up.
yeah,
But for the Mirage, you're still technically going into the Mirage. It's
yeah.
just going to have different walls and floors
A
and
different
carpets and stuff.
entrance and stuff like that. But the
But you're
bones
in
are
the
still
same
there.
structure. Like
Yeah,
we didn't get to see it get blown up, which is kind of cool because that would have been
yeah.
pretty sad.
The good thing is the bones look like it's going to be still the same structure, unless they do something different outside. I could see them maybe making it a all window, all glass kind of structure on top,
So
but
the
who
thing for
knows?
me is, it's kind of a two-part thing. Apparently the glass that they built for the guitar
Hmm.
is supposed to be perfect for sunrise and sunset. It's perfectly aligned north side facing and south side facing.
Okay.
So when the sun comes up, you're gonna get that reflection off of the guitar that's gonna
Hmm.
make cool visual. And then the
Okay.
sunset, since we have beautiful sunsets, it's gonna make a cool visual coming down south on the strip. And then what I think they should have done, just maybe to put a fork in this, is they should have kept the volcano. Because I think that would look
Yeah.
cool, reflecting off the guitar and but I
Oh
guess
yeah, at night it would have been
but then
cool
it
to
gets kind
see.
of
Yeah.
confused. Yeah, it gets kind of confusing when it's just like there's a volcano and a guitar, and
Well, that's paying homage to the roots,
it's
of
also
that
Vegas
area.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like
But
it's not
I
supposed to make
feel
sense.
like now we're moving, transitioning little by little to a different type of Vegas that we probably won't like. The Karens or the 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 purists that love Vegas for its past. So I think this is a good indicator that things are changing, right? With this guitar being built and massively taking over the skyline because not only it's covering Mirage, I mean TI or I can't believe I said TI. I don't like it. I don't like that they abbreviated Treasure
Neither do I.
Island,
Yeah,
or the Trump Towers. That's the best thing. But if you, I saw some pictures. I saw some pictures of the strip like real far away. Well, not far away, but like maybe at the level of maybe like MGM
like
or
a
something.
skyline. Yeah,
Yeah. And that guitar, even though it's still not fully built, it's massive and it's basically now taking over the whole skyline. Like that's all you see now, you
yeah.
know?
And I'm not
So
saying that like it's completely ugly or anything. I just hope that they do some fun, cool interactive things there,
yeah,
with some history because that's what we're here for.
yeah,
And I hope it just doesn't turn out to be uh, a guitar version of Fontainebleau and Resorts World, and then eventually we have 65 hotels that are all the same thing, just different color. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
just don't want to be bored. You know, the whole reason why we love Vegas is because each thing has something different to offer for us. And I think that if the Hard Rock can implement some cool concerts and memorabilia and make it cool experience for us, then yeah, then thank you. You know what I mean? You're giving us a music hotel and casino. Bring it on.
yeah.
I think that that's awesome,
No, and I
right?
think they will because Hard Rock is very known for that. They're known for their
Mhm.
memorabilia for music and they're
Yep.
known for
Well, we have
music.
one in Niagara Falls, a
Hmm.
Hard Rock. It's a very small scale. Our guitar is probably about 25 feet. It's hanging off the side. It's pretty small. But when you go inside, like we have guitars from Van Halen
Yeah,
and shoes from Ozzy Osbourne and whatever there is. But um, I can get lost in that as a musician and as someone that likes music in general, rock music.
yeah,
You could walk down those hallways and see um, something that might capture your eye, and you read about it and stuff, and it's in front of you. It's the real thing.
yeah.
So hopefully they have like a little museum, I guess, there, but
I agree. No,
we'll
I,
see.
I think they will. And reading up a little bit on the Hard Rock, they say that um, it will have a 5,000 seat live music venue.
Cool.
So it
Make it affordable and then I'm in. I'll promote it.
I think it will. I think it will. As far as the music part, I think it will because, like I meant, like you said as well, and I said it. They're known for their music. They're known for their memorabilia when it comes to music. But I definitely wish they will have more. They do better, a little bit better than Resorts World with paying homage to,
Yep.
a founding piece of building that redefine vacationing in Vegas, right? And
Yeah.
apparently this is going to be open on the spring of the fourth quarter in 2027.
Well, I want to try maybe for us to maybe get there for the opening day just to do that one of the
That'd be nice.
walkarounds because I've always seen some of the live streamers do the walk around on the opening days and it's really fun to see. I hope that they also have cool matchbooks and attractive chips
I hope so too. I hope so too.
because I think the chip game right now, and this is like a challenge for Vegas, is step up your chip game. There's a few that are pretty decent, um, but overall, like being a collector, I have chips that like make me like giddy just looking at them. I get so happy with the
Yeah,
images,
yeah,
but
for
now
sure.
it's like so bad.
Yeah.
Like Treasure Island, for instance, they used to have a big skull on it,
Hmm.
and now it's just TI.
Yeah.
And like Luxor too has some of the best chips ever, I think,
Hmm.
in the world, and now it's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's just there's nothing there. It's just like I want to see a mummy, and I want to see the Sphinx. I want to see the beam coming off of it. Like
Yeah.
give me something. You're a themed hotel, and you're giving me just the logo
Yeah.
or just the name and like flamingo too. Like my favorite chip in the world is the flamingo chips that I have from the early 70s and 60s.
Yeah.
And it's just like now you look they give it to you and you don't even really want it.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I think that's happening all around. I also like I got a couple of chips that in June that they look like they were just printed, you know.
Yeah, it just looks like it's like they're well, it's no different than the matchbooks. Like when I went to the flamingo, it's just like they're not even trying anymore. It just says the look like flamingo on it, and that's it. And there's
Yeah,
no beauty to it. But I understand that it's different times and things
we
change, and
are.
I
We
get
are
I
different
get
in
that. But
different times. Yeah, for sure.
I don't find like if but at the same time it's branding, it's promoting, it's marketing, and you're also, a multi-million, if not billion-dollar franchise and companies, and like MGM and Caesars can definitely fork out a couple bucks to do a cool design on chips,
Yeah,
uh, and matchbooks
yeah,
because that's kind of where marketing in Vegas came from.
Yeah.
right?
No, for sure, for sure. But I think we last episode we were talking about that exactly how or I think I mentioned that where that was kind of the golden age of advertising.
Yeah,
And
it was. Yeah,
advertising
for sure.
was, whatever you put on advertising, it helped boost uh sales and stuff like that,
Well, not
and
to mention,
now
like people to this day still own it and still collect it
yeah,
based on that stuff, and there's conventions for it. And like, if you put out ashtrays and matchbooks that are just white or black, well, they're just going to go in the garbage and be forgot about, and then your history will never live on
yeah.
because there's no reason to have it.
So
Just
yeah, we're definitely living in a different era that where all these little things that we hold dear to are not um are not seeing the same way, not so much by the business as by the people, so if the people are not really interested in these things, then the
mhm.
business will take a different
Well, they
approach
should
to
be
it,
doing it just for me and you then.
well, I know, but I mean, I'll
uh,
send a stern email to every single casino that they need to do something, or I'm
if
not
you
going
took your hat
anymore.
off right now, your Karen swipe would just come flying down.
Yeah, you just want to see my bald head. That's what you want to do. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
it's no better than mine. Well, we can get away from this because I think at least I'm getting heated up just thinking about it.
No,
Actually,
yeah.
I saw this guy online and he's selling a piece of the volcano.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a little bit expensive. I might not be able to get it until after our trip,
And it's funny
but
because I was about to ask you that. Did you see that they're actually selling pieces of the volcano? Because I did see that.
yeah, and they
I
are,
did
and
see
it's
that.
not cheap. And I actually asked my friend that was there. I go, jump the fence, get a piece before they break it up, and I'll buy it off you for cheap. But yeah, it's I don't know. If I lived there, I'd be playing. Oh, I'd be all black mask. I'd be stealing stuff from that area like crazy.
You and
But
I both, buddy. You and I both.
whatever.
You actually, they would deport both of us because I'm from Mexico and you're from Canada. So they
Yeah, but
wouldn't
I'd go
even
to
arrest
court and
us.
it would be such a waste of time. It'd be like, you're in trouble for stealing a volcano.
What?
Is this right? A volcano?
Are
It's
you
like,
on drugs,
yeah.
son?
I stole a volcano from Mirage. So what?
But no, yeah, it's to finish this conversation. I'm glad that the Neon Museum has taken some stuff from the Mirage.
Yeah.
I think they took the Siegfried and Roy up statue and they're gonna put it in somewhere in the Mirage, and some of the Mirage signs and signage is also probably already there.
Hmm.
So at least that's gonna be preserved for
Yeah.
ages to come. And but yeah, I'm sad that the Mirage is no longer there. I'm sure you're sad, but it's just the whole Vegas model, right?
Yeah.
It's a constant change, a constant move. The old gets replaced by the new, and it is what it is. Just like how now I feel the themed hotels are slowly but surely starting to phase out from
Hmm.
Vegas. Just like, years ago, they were family oriented, and now they're more 21 and over oriented in a way.
Yeah.
It goes in cycles, right?
Yep.
Maybe later
But
on it might change.
I noticed that like places like the El Cortez and places like the Plaza that are leaning more on their history and trying to level out that new wave that's coming in,
Yeah,
they're succeeding big time. Because when you walk into the El Cortez, you see that they're leaning on the new wave, which is the people that are live streaming their YouTube for gambling.
yeah,
And at the same time, there's pictures of Bugsy Siegel on the wall, and they
true.
have historical hallways, and the carpet's really retro,
Yeah.
and it's all low ceiling,
Well,
and
not
it's
all of
no
it
different than
now.
the
Not all of
what's
it.
that?
Not
Not
all
all
of
of it,
it.
not
Not
all of
all
it,
of
but
it.
they're giving this healthy balance of new and old. And then also when you walk by the El Cortez, there's some of the same structure and window as it was the day it was,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was there. So and the
But I have
plaza
a
too. It's like
feeling I
Jonathan
have
Jostle's doing a wonderful job
yeah,
implementing new, but
keeping it. Yeah.
embracing that history, that old, right? And
Yeah.
that's why, like, I support a lot of that
Yeah.
because I'm getting best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, but I have a feeling, and hopefully I'm wrong, that Cortez will eventually make everything more new inside because when we went, they already had one part of the structure inside, higher ceilings and more, everything new, and they still had
Yeah.
the old school side with the lower ceilings. But I have a feeling that eventually all that is just going to be the same,
Yeah. Yeah,
you know.
probably. Well,
So
you got to chase the money and what you think's going to be. You got to be ahead of the game in that sense. But as of right now, I'm seeing this really cool trend with some of the people that have control in those two places,
yeah,
and you know, it's doing wonders, I think, and because it's like Jonathan Jostle's being talked about like crazy for what he's doing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you got places like Binions that are just like, we're not planning on doing much. We're
I
here.
love
It
it. I love
works.
it.
It's great, But if it works, just leave it alone. Leave it
Yeah.
alone.
Well, it's
Like,
it's it's like I'm gonna change not the subject, but just you know if like they decided to change the inside of Fenway Stadium in Boston,
mhm.
and make it all new, but the structure outside old, people would not like it, right? Because
No,
that's one of the oldest stadiums in baseball, right? So
yeah,
uh, there's some things that are meant to stay as is. Yeah, you
yep,
can innovate, you can change things here and there, but um, that's why downtown Vegas is still the old school, the
mhm.
stuff like that, and
Yeah.
the purist in me wants everything to stay as is because, like you said, if it works, why change? Yeah, fix it, like fix the structure, make it more sound or whatnot, because obviously you want to keep it for a longer time, but
Oh yeah,
um,
definitely. I agree with like the upkeep,
the
but
upkeep, yeah,
changing the, the,
exactly.
the shape of it and stuff is just leave it alone.
Yeah. And since you mentioned Jonathan Jostle, we'll go ahead and segue to our campaign, right?
Yeah.
So I got some books here. Hopefully you can see them. Um, I have three of them. Obviously, he has more because these are Dane's books. And we really, 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 really need for Jonathan Jostle, or I guess I'm gonna change it again. Not need because it sounds very like demanding. We would hope that Jonathan Jostle can give us a chance to be on the podcast of On the Corner of Main Street. It could be a little segment, it could be a full episode, it can be a 5 minute little interview that they can add to another podcast episode. But we really would love for him to give us a chance to be on the podcast, more Dane than me, to talk about
Both of
his
us.
books. Yeah, both of us.
Mm.
Talk about his books, talk about the reason why he wrote these books, what's the reason that he's trying to raise more money. I really hope that Jonathan Jostle can really give us a chance. So everyone, please, 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 please tag him as many times as you can through a story, through a post, through our clips. But we really do need to have a voice on this because again, the more books Dane sells, the more money he's making for these great causes, which I will let you go ahead and talk about the causes again.
So 100% of the money will go towards the October 1st memorial.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I really would like just to do, go to a local florist and get some new plants, some new flowers. Then maybe get some of the content creators in Vegas to come and do like a cleanup crew, sweep up, trim some stuff. Maybe the town or the city can be a part of it as well. I want everyone to be welcome to come this day and just make it all about that space and why it's there, and really be able to make some content about it to give out so more people could be more aware. I feel like it's being walked past. I feel like it's talked about for a day and then it's gone. It's a big deal for locals. It's an even bigger deal for people that are tourists and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's also scary for some of the people that want to perform in Vegas and have a big crowd of people.
Yeah.
It's the biggest mass shooting of all time in the States, right in the heart of somewhere that means the world to me. I call home.
Hmm.
I have friends that visit, and I have friends that live there, and it could have been us, it could have been them, and there is a lot of people affected that day. So my money from this book goes towards shining light on a day of our choosing to go and clean it up, give some flowers, give some plants, and just get some eyes and some attention on the area. I know they're building a new location um, on the strip so people can visit easier because this
Yeah.
one's near like the art district area,
Yeah.
heading towards Fremont.
Yeah.
Um, so I know that the city's giving like $5 million for the new one and stuff like that. And my book's not going to do much, but you get a good read. It's a stories all based on Vegas, characters from Vegas. You might even be in it. I know Jonathan Jostle's in it, Carrot Top's in it, the other me's in the book, Renee's in the book. Um, I know Aquarius is in the book. There's CEOs from people in the book. Like any character, like Elvis is in the book. You name it. There's
Nice.
gondola drivers that are riders in the book. There's taxi drivers in the book. Like
Nice.
anyone that's a character in Vegas is in this book.
Yeah.
So you get a good read, and then the money goes towards something cool. Something that you could be a part of. And I think that you know, as for me and you, we're trying to be a part of this. We're trying to put our stamp in this city,
Yeah.
and I felt that this is a good way for showing my content and stuff is one thing, but
Mhm.
I think donating some money towards a cause that I feel is important is the bigger, deeper stamp I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a great cause again, like I mentioned several times, and the more books we sell, the better it is. So please,
Hmm.
again, Jonathan, Jostle, help us out. We don't ask for much. We're just asking for maybe a 5-10 minute spot. If you feel that you can give us a full episode, even better. Uh, or just record a segment with us and we would be very very happy. We will be in Vegas in June, so maybe we can make this recording happen and you guys can add it like I said as a little B-roll or whatever within an episode. We're not asking for much, I don't think so, and we definitely want to take advantage of y'all's platform because you guys are, I mean, the podcast is amazing.
Yeah, and it's
I
only
love it.
growing so much. Like
It's
they're doing such a wonderful job.
Yeah, yeah, they are, and I love it. I listened to every single episode. I actually went back a while back, maybe sometime last year. I went to the first episode and went up all the way to the latest. So I listened to every single episode because, man, I learned so much about Vegas, and I love it that he loves to talk about the history as well,
Yeah.
the gaming industry, the service industry, everything that makes Vegas what it is. He's talked about. And one big thing that I love about this podcast is that um, they don't shy away from talking about competitors and how good they're doing, and bring them to the podcast so they can talk about their success and whatnot. So that speaks volumes of a person that wants Vegas to grow together, not separately. And
Hmm.
I love that about the podcast. And so not that I want to glaze them so much, but it's awesome. It's awesome.
Hmm.
And if you notice, I just used a Gen Z word, glaze, which I
That's
just
lit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that,
Or our
that was
girlfriend
lit,
would
Rob.
say it's litty, litty,
Yeah.
litty.
Yeah. Sick.
See? Yeah. Oh,
I don't
yeah,
even know
yeah.
what that is. For all I know, I'm being racist or something
Oh,
like that. Do we
I
do we know what that means yet?
my daughter told me it doesn't mean anything.
Okay,
That
good.
just came
Good. I'd
from
rather it mean
a
nothing than something. So
yeah, it came from a meme or something, and people had just
okay.
been doing it, so
All
whatever.
right.
But
Well,
yeah, I really want to be able to do more for you. I will say, I will be transparent. These books were not given to me. I purchased every single book. So
thank you.
I didn't ask Dane, hey, send me a couple books. Even when we had you at the old podcast that I had, the Go Ask Your Mom,
Yeah,
me,
you
me
purchased one
and
there too.
I purchased two,
Yeah.
and Sab purchased one as well. So Definitely want to help the cause. And now that I became such good friends with Dane, it's even more important. It's become also kind of my project within his project. So definitely we want everybody to participate. You get a good read, you get good stories about Vegas that Dane made. Some are real, some are not, some are, uh,
Loosely based,
loosely
loosely
based,
based.
but it's awesome. It's awesome that, he did this and definitely, trying to put his little grain of salt in there, right?
Well, and I also like to incorporate a lot of, like Vegas photographers. Like each cover is a Vegas
Mhm.
photographer.
Yeah.
The back, it's a Vegas photographer.
Yeah.
They're all made out to people that mean something to me. So if you've been to Vegas, there's a good chance you're a part of this book in some weird way.
And I have a picture. I don't have it with me right now, but I have a picture that I took of you from behind that I really think you should use it
I
for.
could use it for something. I just don't like being the center of attention
But
with.
it's just your back. It's not even your face, dude. Like it kind of goes with the same style that you've done with your
I
your
know. I like the walking away kind of.
you know.
They're walking into.
And if I find it, I'll put it on the podcast. But I know I have a picture
You
of
sent it to me. I got it on my phone. I think I actually scrolled by it the other day.
yeah, I
I'll
like it
see if I can
because
work with it.
because it kind of has the same theme as your books. And I think if you want to do that, oh, I found it. I did find it. So I will
Right
put it
here
up.
or over here.
I'll put it somewhere next. I'll cover your face
Oh
with
wow.
it on top. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey. Not like that.
Not
You
for long though. Not for long.
No, not for long, just a couple seconds. But yeah, I just found it and I think it's kind of cool because you're actually by Cirque, I think, and the
Yeah, we
lights
were
look really
walking through
cool.
that.
So I'm just throwing my hat there, not because I took the picture, just because I think it came
You
out.
are a good photographer though. I'll tell you that. I actually have some of your original Polaroids.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. No, I'm gonna take another one that I have that I just found the batteries for it. So it's a little bit
Oh,
bigger. It's a
nice.
square one. It's a little bit bigger than the ones because the ones that you have are card size, basically like business card size.
Yeah, they're like the
This
little
one's
business
more
cards. On.
square and it's a little bit
Oh,
bigger.
okay,
So
cool.
yeah, yeah. So we
Bring
can
it for
have fun
sure.
with it. I'm gonna start buying film so we can have a whole bunch and just go crazy at it. But yeah,
Nice.
but we talking about the trip. We do have a tentatively planned trip for June because June 17th, Dane and Ricky got married, and we definitely want to go back. I know you guys are also planning to do it, so to be over there, I think it's great. And
Hmm.
I'm just gonna be the third leg if I have to.
Yeah.
Screw it, and
Hey, we had a blast. So,
maybe I can convince Ricky to divorce you, and maybe our true love can finally,
so this time around, it'll be you guys getting
yeah,
married.
yeah, you can be
Okay.
my best
All
man,
right.
dude. What
Okay.
do you think?
Perfect. Yeah. You can just
I'm
leave me
kidding.
in Vegas
I'm
then.
kidding, Alma. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you. No, no, no. But no, it's kind of cool. So we're planning to do that, and we're planning to do a lot of like, uh, we're gonna do some content.
Yeah.
We want to
Let's
see if we
not
can
give
do
any
a,
away.
yeah. Well,
Keep
we'll just say
keep
that
them
we're gonna do
some
some
really fun
content,
stuff.
some
I
very
think
fun stuff.
last time Rob took his shirt off and ran behind the $1 million. So this time I think you should, and this is a challenge. You should take your shirt off and jump off the strap.
Wow. With no parachute, just jump?
No, you have the wire. That's an
No, they
actual
don't
thing you
have
can
it
do.
anymore. They don't have it
Really?
anymore. Yeah. They,
They didn't stop that, did they?
yeah, I'm sure of it. It is. I
Well,
think I saw something.
if it's not, then you're doing that.
Well, again, if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but 99% of the time I'm always right. Um, just leave a comment. Leave a comment and let us know
Yeah.
if it's true. I think it's true because I think I did see that.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure I did, but I could be wrong. I do have bad
Well, I
reading
just hope
skills,
so because
so
I'd
who
love to
knows?
see you jumping off that thing with no
Dude,
shirt on.
you do you want to do this podcast solo? Because I'm starting to get the feeling that that's exactly what you're trying to do.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
I
So
need you to do the openings. I'm too shy to do the openings.
you're gonna have to do it, dude. You're gonna have to do it.
No. How about my
Because
first one will be the podcast that we do live in Vegas.
I thought you just said we're not giving spoilers, dude.
Well, no, not spoilers on the things that we're doing,
Uh-huh.
like the content, but I
Hmm.
don't know. We won't get into it. Just delete, delete.
Wait, we don't delete anything, dude. We
Yeah,
don't
that's
delete
true. This is
anything.
all one take. Yeah, it's
It's
really
one
difficult.
take. It's one take. But no, we will do something like that. We won't say how or where. That we'll leave it because we're still working on that, trying to figure out
Trying to make
where
it
we can do it.
perfect.
Yeah, we want to make
Yeah.
it perfect. We want to make it somewhere memorable and stuff like that. So we definitely we'll leave it at that. But I guess we should talk about the bread and butter of this episode, and this is more on a something that happened, something interesting that happened in Vegas, in the Vegas world. I wouldn't, yeah, in the Vegas world, I would say, and it
Mhm.
was the man that collectively lost almost $1 billion, right?
Mhm.
So well, go ahead and talk about that, and then I'll chime in to what I read up on it and whatnot.
So this is it's so hard to pronounce his last name. Terry Wanabe. I think I'm saying it proper. Watanabe. Anyways, he came from a pretty big fortune from his father that created carnival packages or carnival. Uh, I don't even know how to explain it. What he sold, but he made a company based off of carnival goods of some sort. Um, Maybe it was like cups and spoons and stuff for carnivals, or I don't know what it was, but made a lot of money, and it went to Terry. Terry spent a lot of his time working on this business, growing it, making it bigger, making it better,
Hmm.
to the point where when he was able to sell the business for X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
he felt like he was stripped from being able to do anything because he worked so much. So he started gambling, and
Mm.
he didn't gamble to win, he gambled to have fun. He barely knew how to really play the games that well. Most of the money was actually spent on slots. He started off at the win, and it was a 3 year streak that he was kind of on.
Yeah.
The first year he spent $4 million. The second year he spent 81 million, and then crazy enough, it's the record I'm sure in the world. But in 2007, he lost, not spent, lost $800 million. Um, which caused a lot of stress for him, obviously, right? So
Yeah.
that led to what's it called when you have a drug addiction and you go to rehab.
Rehab. Yeah.
So he went to rehab, and then he actually relapsed after that, which is kind of sad. And um, yeah, so there's lots of little things to go, because he ended up suing Caesars because they felt that they were allegedly taking advantage of him. Um, Apparently, like, he always had a drink in his hand. There was drugs involved. He was a gay man, so there was uh, men involved trying to coerce him to probably spend more and stuff. This is all allegedly what he said, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the way the story goes apparently. Um, One of the coolest things for me, and then I'll let you go on it, is
Hmm.
he, he was given his own perk level for perks that the casino would give to him.
Yeah.
And for me and you, we would maybe fight for a free drink or maybe a free hotel stay,
Yeah.
but he would have free airfare,
Yeah.
free penthouse, free transportation, so limo and stuff, limited food, limited drinks. But they gave him this one weird thing. Every year, they gave him $500,000 to go towards the gift shop. And in the interview, they asked him, they're like, "So what did you buy at the gift shop?" And his answer was everything. So he
Yeah.
bought everything from the gift shop, and then he would just give it to people, just give it away.
Yeah.
He's like, "You have a bobblehead, you can have this, you can have that." So every single year that he gambled at Caesars, he just owned the gift shop and gave it away.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, is kind of funny because, like, what's he even need that stuff for? But
Well, obviously he didn't need it. He was a rich bastard that didn't need anything. So, but one thing that really caught my attention, dude, is that in 2007, 20% of Caesar's Palace revenue came from him.
And that's not just for Vegas, that's for the whole company.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's I mean, come on, like the I mean 20% in all reality is not a lot, but when you're talking about the billions of dollars that a
A casino?
casino can
Yeah.
make, that 20% came from one person only is it's
Oh,
crazy.
that is wild. Yeah.
One thing that I read, his dad was the founder of this company that he inherited, and they were making $100 million revenue per year.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a
That's
really, really well, like they were doing good for a long time. But I think that one, I don't, I think it was when his father passed and he was in control.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
still worked his ass off, making it better and profitable. And I guess he just felt like, I'm not living my true life. And
yeah,
what I want to do is I want to go gamble.
yeah.
And like he would do stuff like 24-hour sessions at a blackjack table. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and he would play like these ridiculous amounts per hand,
Hmm.
and the Caesars would allow him to do it in two slots or two.
Yeah.
He could do it in like him and then the seat next to him or whatever. I did read up that most of his losses, I think like 204 million, were played on baccarat,
Yeah. That's
which
crazy.
is I don't even know what that is, and that's because I love gambling. I've never played it, so.
Yeah. And then a really cool fun fact is he was actually started playing at the Wynn originally.
Hmm.
But Steve Wynn had a private meeting with him and said, "You're not in trouble, but you're banned from my hotel." And only because he didn't want to see him, be in that shape because he was just losing all this money.
Yeah.
And Steve Wynn thought to himself, I could be the guy that just, siphons that money right out of him,
Yeah.
and then we just kick him to the curb. See you later.
Yeah.
Or you could be a better person. And this actually shows real true color for Steve Wynn is that he took the whale of all whales and said, "You're banned," because he cared. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he walked across the street and went to Caesars and kept going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. And like I said, that just goes to show the character of Steve Wynn. He wanted people to play and gamble, but not he didn't want to take advantage of them.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
think that's where Caesars kind of did. I know that he tried to like if I'm not mistaken, he tried to sue Caesars for,
They did get sued, I think, but it was for like a percentage of what he actually lost there. I think they
yeah.
they had to pay 250,000 and he lost the 208 million. So it's like that's an obvious trade. Like I wouldn't even, I'd go to court and pay it off
Well,
and
he was trying to sue him for, if I'm not mistaken, he tried to sue him for him saying that they would give him drinks a lot more and when he shouldn't have been drinking anymore because
yeah.
he was clearly inebriated and whatnot. And
And they were saying to not refuse him because you'd get fired too. That was
yeah,
said a lot too.
yeah,
And that's true indicator that you don't really care about the person. You just want to take their money. But he would also make his own. Like he's admitted that it's he's at fault as well, right? Like
yeah.
he obviously made it very clear that he was wealthy, and he's doing $1,000 bets and slots and stuff like that, which is just insane. But he's done some wild things where he would tell some of the casino hosts to go and buy a whole grocery store,
Yeah.
all their steak, and give the steak to people. And he paid off one of this random person's mortgage.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
and it was only $65,000, but
But
to me and
still,
you, $65,000 could change our lives.
I
But
mean, that's someone's full year of salary.
yeah, but 65,000 to him is like 65 cents.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so
given the equivalency of stuff like that, like we're talking about, like think about it. He lost $204 million first, right? Um, that's
well,
multiple luxury hotels. That's
that's
equivalent to
yeah.
multiple, or hundreds of houses that they can build,
Yeah.
or a generational wealth, right? Because
Yeah.
most people at $204 million, you can probably live a whole lifetime, and then your kid's lifetime, and possibly even
Well,
their kids' kids.
the thing is, overall, he lost about just shy of $1 billion.
Yeah.
So that's 10. I would say that that's like, you know, 10 generations.
Probably.
Kids could flourish and be very, very wealthy. But um, on the interview that I was watching earlier, the guy was kind of breaking down,
Hmm.
how long it would take for someone to even like at a minimum wage make that, and it's like thousands of years without spending a cent. So it's just kind of crazy, but kind of to direct it, near the end here is that he lost all of his money.
Yeah.
He was borderline homeless. Um, and then the very very sad thing, and luckily he beat it, but he got cancer, and it
Hmm.
actually got to the point where he had a GoFundMe account
Yeah, I
that
saw
only
that. Yeah.
raised $26,000. So from having $1 billion
Hmm.
and a 9 bedroom, 18 bathroom house
Yeah.
and having Las Vegas at your whim,
Yeah.
everyone wants to be next to you.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be you. There's
Yeah.
nothing that you can't buy. And at the end of his story, which is such a Vegas story, is
Yeah.
that he's left with minus money and cancer. Like, how crazy is that? Like, that is how you can't get more Vegas than that, right?
No.
Um,
No.
so
That's
luckily he beat it. That he got the surgery that he needed.
yeah.
He's got probably a trillion stories to tell people, which is really cool. He and here's another thing too. This is a motto that I love to go by. Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. You
Yeah.
know, he didn't play to win. He didn't play to make anyone else happy. He played to because he wanted to play. They said he didn't even really know how to play blackjack, but he'd sit there for 24 hours and play it just because he wanted. Maybe he didn't know how to make proper friendships or be social, and that was an easy way for him to do that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he did it his way, and he went out his way, and you know maybe I don't know what he's doing right now, but
Yeah.
Terry, comment
Crazy.
right now. Let us know what you're up
Comment,
to.
comment, and tell us how you doing. Can we join you in one of your crazy gambling if you still do it? That'd be crazy. I would definitely I would love to see someone gamble that much. Just
Yeah.
just once.
Well, we're not even
Once.
allowed in the high limit rooms, Rob. So we can't even.
Well, I mean, maybe if we go with
Well,
somebody that has a lot of money, then they'll let us go in as their posse.
yeah. I just want to be stand behind you and just look cool.
Just feel like I'm worth $1 million too, even though I'm worth like $10.
Yeah, but our last trip we felt like we were a
Oh
million
yeah.
dollars.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
maybe
For
we'll do it
sure.
again this time. So
Maybe,
if you're a
maybe.
whale
Yeah.
or if you're a high roller,
Yeah.
we're not asking for money. We're not
No.
asking for anything.
No.
Just have us walk in behind you
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
and we'll be cool with you.
Or
I just want to
just
see what it
pretend
feels
like
like to.
pretend that you're interested in talking to me and Dane, and so people can look at us like if we are, the coolest people in the room.
Yeah, and we'll be your bouncers with the beards and.
Well, I mean, Dane definitely can look like a mean bouncer because he's got the frame and the face for it. They look at me and then they see me. They're like, "Really? This guy is gonna keep me away from this whale?" No, I don't think I can do that. I have to be like the brother of the whale or something because that's all I look like, you know. So
Nah,
sorry, Dane. You're gonna be the bouncer, the security guard, and you're protecting us.
I think we'll be all right. I don't want to cut it short, but Ricky is dying to make dinner.
Where's Ricky? Is she there?
She's outside waiting for me to
Let her
finish.
come in, dude. Come
I
on.
can't let her know until
Oh,
I'm
I'll
off
I'll I'll
recording.
text her. I'll text her right now before
Okay,
we
yeah.
before we leave. She's got to say hi. Come on.
All right, yeah.
Let's see. Where's Ricky?
Yeah, Terry, I don't know. Sorry to use your misfortunes as a podcast, but or a topic, but very interesting Vegas story for sure is that $800 million in 1 year. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, would you ever gamble if you had that kind of money?
I would gamble, but I would have a limit, but I'd also hire a money guy. So I would know. It's no, it would be no different than me now. Like I go with $100 instead of, if I was a millionaire, I would have 100,000.
Yeah.
you
But
know,
what
or
would be the most you'd be willing to lose?
um, well, I don't want to lose anything really. Like I went with Renee. I don't know if you were there. Did you come to the win with us?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, well, one of the nights, I met up with him and Liz, and we went to the win. And as we were leaving, I went to the pinball machine and put in $100,
Whoa.
$10 spins,
Yeah.
and I didn't even like get close to uh, a win. So I I it was a really tough walk back. You know, I was just sitting there going, oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. So
Yeah. And before Ricky comes in, because she just said she's coming in. Oh, there
yeah,
she is. I see her.
you see her in the reflection.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Rob.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. You're actually going to be part of the podcast.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no, that's exactly what I was waiting for. I even told Dane that that mirror is gonna be cool if you come up and like we can see you. Oh my God, there's the
You're
ball
our
and
first
chain,
guest.
the ball and chain,
The
Ricky.
ball and chain.
Oh my God, it's been
Gotta stop
forever.
talking bad about me now.
Oh
Very
yeah, yeah.
soon.
Oh, hold on. You told me to give the signal. Caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw. Sorry. I forgot. I forgot to do it. But no, I just wanted to have you before we left. You're our first official guest. We haven't had a guest. It's just been me and Dane,
I'm
or Dane and
honored.
so you're the
Nice.
first
And
one.
the dog, I don't know if you can hear him growling.
No, but
No? Okay, good.
that's awesome. But yes, this is basically we're at the end, folks. Dane just left. My new co-host is now in. So
New and improved.
this is a bye for now. Ricky and Rob collect Vegas.
Yep. R&R.
R&R.
R&R. Dang, that actually works better. Sorry, Dane.
It
You're out.
does, honestly.
Nah,
You're
that's all
out.
right.
You're out. And we
You
need a
got a lot
female
of Vegas
presence.
knowledge to learn then.
I do.
We need a female presence. And I think this is perfect. So I'm sorry, hostile takeover has in full effect, So no, I'm glad we actually caught up to you. We are excited, hopefully, to go to Vegas in June
Yes.
and celebrate y'all's 1 year anniversary. Hopefully, you get to meet my ball and chain.
I hope
Um,
so.
Hopefully, she's up to going because she's not a big Vegas fan. She doesn't like the gambling and stuff like that. So, hopefully, I can convince her to go. But yeah, we're basically at the end. Anything else you want to talk about, Dane, before we leave?
Well, don't ask me, ask her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ricky, do you have anything else to say? Do you have some, as what they call the new kids call, do you have some tea of for Dane? Do you know what that
No.
means?
No, we do everything together, so he knows everything that I know.
Okay.
I taught her
Okay.
everything.
Yep.
Then this concludes the TMZ section that I was trying to make because it failed. It totally
She's looking for
failed.
some hot gossip. Eh?
No, but I appreciate you guys there, and especially Ricky. And I have nothing else to say. Only one thing. Again, I'm looking at our YouTube, and 76% of the people are not subscribed. So 76% of the people that are watching our stuff, which is probably like 5 people, are not subscribed. So we need to change that number. Okay. Now that we have Ricky as the guest co-host,
Whenever you need me, I'm here.
yes, we need to. Now that she came up, that the number is gonna go up, like of subscribers actually watching. So thank you, Ricky, for making this happen. Now we're
You're
gonna,
so welcome,
we're gonna get
Rob.
like 20 new subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm excited for it.
yes, yes. Well, anyways, welcome, Ricky, your first guest ever. Maybe sooner or later we'll have a Q&A on with you or something like that. We can
I
figure it
would
out, you
I
know.
would love that.
Yeah, yeah. And we could probably talk about your experience in your own wedding because Dane
That's
has talked
true.
about his
That's true. We
wedding.
could also maybe do the Q&A when we're in Vegas in June.
Yes, yes, definitely. Hey, no spoilers. This guy,
No
you know
spoilers.
what? This guy already gave a whole bunch of spoilers, so it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
gave a bunch of spoilers away.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll call it a day because I know I'm pretty sure y'all are hungry and it's gonna be 6 o'clock over there,
Yep.
right? All righty.
Yeah.
Well, then, thank you very much, everybody. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Please come and join us on this crazy adventure that is Dane and Rob and Ricky Collect Vegas. And thank you very much. And continue to gamble, continue to win, lose, and don't lose 204 or $900 million. Just lose what you can control. And we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Take it easy.
Bye.